Hey guys, this is Jackie from Strength Therapy. Today we're going to be talking about pain at the base of the big toe. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to show you my feet, sorry. Okay, so here's my feet. And you can see that I actually have a little bit of a bunion over here on both sides. And for me, this was actually caused by years of doing competitive martial arts, namely Taekwondo. My big toe would get stuck in the mats and then get kind of twisted, caught in there, and it caused bunions. And then also wearing the very narrow Taekwondo shoes didn't help either. And so what happens is you get pain right here in the base of the big toe. And for me, I had it on both sides. And what you want to do with this is you want to do, there's a couple different things that you're going to want to do. First is you want to break up some of the tissue that's under your foot that's actively shortening, or I'm sorry, passively shortening this movement over here. So it's going to cause this toe right here to pull in towards the other toe right there, like that. So the first thing you're going to want to do is that. I'll show you exactly where you want to go. So here is my awesome anatomy up. Thank you, Essential Anatomy. And we're going to this highlighted one over here that's called the adductor hallucis oblique. And then the other one is, if I can get it, there you go. That one right there, the adductor hallucis transverse head. Those two muscles will be responsible for pulling that big toe closer to the rest of the little toes. And so we want to get that part over there, this whole area right there, a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more lengthened. And so oftentimes it'll be kind of adhesed by fascial tissue or whatnot. So you can take a golf ball, you can just put it right under your feet, like right under that spot over there. And as you're pushing down, you can take this big toe and just kind of pull it out this way. And you'll really be able to feel that stuff under there just kind of break up, okay? So after that, we've cleared a lot of the physical restriction. Then we want to do movement training afterwards to help reinforce that movement and get some active range of motion. So you want to do toe abduction. So we're going to take the big toe and we're going to move it to towards the midline. And right here, you can even see, and it shows up really well in my feet, but the angle over here. So if my feet are kind of close together like this, like when my toes abducted like this, you can see the angle over here isn't really a straight line. It should be a 180-degree straight line, but this is not like that. So if I were to walk like this or do any movements like this, it's going to place this entire joint in a lot of strain, causing a lot of pain. So we'll take this over here, and that makes it way better. Nice little straight line over here. That's kind of ideally what we want. So I want to be able to do that by myself. So I can just take this big toe, move it out that way. And I'm doing this with quite a bit of ease right now. This took a lot of training for me, but when you first start out, it's very difficult. And you're not going to get any type of movement at all in most cases. What you can do though is, because again, we want to keep these toes relaxed, and we're just going to move this toe. I like to take a piece of paper or something. This is a little thing from Ambition Athletics, a little promo for them. And I'm going to start from whatever the relaxed position. So for me, it's right there. And then I'm going to move it out, okay? From here, and then move it out. And I'm trying to keep these four little piggies as relaxed as I possibly can. So from here, and then move that one out. It just kind of slides on the floor. And you'll be able to see this start to move. You can also see that my arch, so like with bunions, a lot of times people have fallen arches or flat feet. And so as I move this out, you can see that my arch muscles are actually getting strengthened that way too, okay? And so this way, you don't need to get those orthotics, which will actually make your arch issue worse, because you actually need to build your arch muscles. You can also notice that while I'm doing these, this joint stays on the floor, okay? It's still on the floor. I don't want to do one of these where it's lifted up. You can see now there's space under here. We want to keep this on the floor to create this arch, okay? One other thing is socks. So socks and footwear. We all know that footwear, you don't want anything too narrow that where it squeezes your toes together. You want something where the toe box is actually wide enough so you can actually wiggle your toes. That's a very important thing. I personally like toe shoes, like the five finger toe shoes, or Vivo Barefoot, because they have a wider toe box. But as long as your toes have wiggle room up and down and also sideways, you're good to go. Another thing that a lot of people I don't think are really considering is socks, because socks make a huge difference. So I'll use this foot as an example, right? So pay attention to where my toes are now. Okay, so this is kind of a relaxed position for me. We'll draw a line. It's not 100% straight, but it's not terrible, right? If I were to put this sock on, you can try to do this with one hand. And this is just a very thin sock. There's like nothing special about it. There's no compression or whatnot. It's just a regular thin sock. But you can already see that this angle has changed. Okay, so from here, this angle has changed greatly just from this light sock pushing my toes in. So if you have joint pain over here, try first to change your socks or just go barefoot, right? Because this is where the socks that were holding me, right? And this is where I want to be. So if I go barefoot long enough, which for me only takes like an hour or so, this toe will actually go back into place where it's supposed to, or where I want it to go. But if I wear these socks, okay, or these kind of socks, I end up with joint pain. And it's not very pleasant. So those are just a couple things to consider if you have pain at the base of your toe. Try those out. Let me know what you think.